Okay, hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and I think we are ready to get started. I am hoping that you can hear me and that you can see me, and if you can't, I'm really sorry. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. For those of you who are new to this, I'm going to tell you that sometimes there's audio difficulties. You might get bumped off. You might have some lag in your video. It just depends on the connection that I'm having to the internet this morning and the connection that you're having to your internet. And so what I'm going to ask is that if you do get bumped off, jump back on. You can jump back on at the link on my Facebook page, or you can jump back on the link at on YouTube. And hopefully it's clear. I'm looking down. I keep seeing me looking down, but I'm watching my iPad because I actually play it on my iPad at the same time so that I can. Okay, hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and I think we are ready to get. There we go. Okay, well, looks like it was popped up on my other screen too. So anyway, just go ahead and jump back on if you get bumped off, and we will get started. So to begin with, I'm going to pull up my screen share. And just so I know that there are people out there, if you could answer this question for me: what book, movie, or video have you seen or read recently that you would recommend to others? So if you could pop in an answer right now, down below, either on, you can do it on YouTube because I am actually monitoring those comments too, or you can do it on my Facebook page or the website link that I gave you. Any of those would work if you have the capability of commenting. If you don't, it's probably because you're either on a phone or sometimes iPads, you can't comment either. And I'm not sure why. I'm working on trying to figure out how to fix that. I don't know how. But we'll see. Okay, it looks like Julie's here. That's awesome. I know we have quite a few people watching. So really, I want to know. It's okay. Just go ahead and post up there, hello. And I will keep plugging away here. As most of you know, many of you know, I had to cancel my workshop the other night, and there was a reason, because we lost our precious dog, Abby. She was a big part of our life, as you can see by the pictures. She was pretty full of life, but she had been sick for the last couple weeks, and I was thankful that she had a great holiday in New Year's with my daughter. My daughter was home from college and got to spend a lot of time with her, and that was awesome. And anyway, she had the last couple days of her life were pretty fun, and it's amazing to me what dogs will do to keep their owners happy. So I made it without crying. That's pretty good. I want people to know that at any time during these Hangouts, if you have questions, please go ahead and ask them. And like I said, I will be monitoring YouTube, and I will be monitoring my Facebook page. Good. It looks like people are posting up, yay, things that they are watching, movies they've seen, and whatnot. That's awesome, because I do want to, I will take your advice. So anyway, if you have any questions anytime during any of this presentation, I want you to just post it in the comment section of wherever you are, and I will get to them. If I don't get to them, it's just because I missed it, and just bring it back. Come back to me here, or write another comment in there. So first off, I do want to thank everybody for their thoughts and prayers. I sent out an email yesterday explaining why I had to cancel, and I was overwhelmed with emails of thoughts and prayers and whatnot for my family, and I thank you for that. Like I said, we kind of had a suspicion this was happening. No, we knew it was happening. She had been not well, and like I said, she had a fabulous life, and we loved her dearly. I did want to show a couple of cards. I did have a couple people send cards already, which was amazing. But this is one like this. It's just sponged. These are just sponged, different colors, and then stamped. So it's a one layer. Oh, actually, it's got, oh, and the little cattails, that was our slot punch. I don't know if we have it anymore. I think we do. Anyway, that was our slot punch to make the cattails. Cute card made by one of my fellow demonstrators. And then my sister, she brought this card over to where my husband and son work. And it looks, actually to me, when you look at it on that screen, what I see, it looks like it's indented, but it's layered. Okay, so you can see it's layered with dimensionals. Upside down heart, 1-inch circle punch, our little heart punch with a rhinestone in it, and then some small oval punches. Adorable. I plan to make these cards up and make up several of them because they're really stinking cute. Be fun to give for somebody's new puppy, or if somebody else has a pet that they lose. Okay, so I'm going to quickly run through a couple of the, somebody posted, Kathleen just posted, she has no time for reading or movies because she's destashing her craft room. That's probably a good idea to do that once in a while. I know that we have a tendency to gather lots of stuff, and me too. I'm in this too. But I do have a couple things I wanted to show you today that I have done a little bit differently, probably since the last time I saw you. Thanks, Cindy, for your thoughts about Abby. Oh, I see a dog book, The Hobbit. You know, I'm surprised we didn't go see that over the Christmas break when my daughter was here. Oh, Molly's reading Stephen King. I haven't read a Stephen King book for a while. But my sister and I and my daughter went to Yellowstone over the Christmas break. It was before Christmas. We just went and spent one night there. That's the joy of living in Yellowstone's backyard. You can go there and spend a night. Anyway, we stayed at Mammoth, which is a hotel right there in the park. And as we got off the elevator and came around, it's old. I mean, it's been there forever. Came around the corner, looking down the hall. It was as if we were in The Shining. And so those of you who are Stephen King fans will know what I mean. And we expected to see the little girls at the end of the hall. But anyway, it was a really nice place, and we had a lot of fun. So if you ever get to Yellowstone, spend several days, and you can go summer or winter. Winter season doesn't really start until after Christmas. It kind of starts the Christmas week, but the big winter season starts after Christmas, January 6th, I believe. And it's a lot of fun. There's a lot to do, and there's a lot to see, and it's a totally different look. Julie asked if the moose is still around. You know, he is. They are, but I haven't seen him in our neighborhood. But I know they're around because people are posting pictures up on Facebook in our town, and so then it's funny. People post where it's a moose. It's a wildlife around Red Lodge site, and so they look and see for that. I will tell you, on Abby's last day of her life, I took her for a walk, and she was always a dog. She was a lab, and she was always afraid of the deer and the turkeys. So when they would come into our yard, she would sit up on our deck with her back to them, like if they couldn't see her, then they weren't in the yard. But on her last day of her life, when we went on a walk, and there was a turkey, and she barked at it, and it flew up into the tree. And then about a block later, there were a couple of deer, and she barked at them, and they ran away. And that was kind of when I knew she wasn't afraid anymore. And anyway, it was fun to see her do that and not be afraid. So anyway, enough talk about Abby. Although I will probably talk a lot about her, because what happens is she used to come and sit right underneath the table over there, and during my thing. So anyway, we gotta move on. Okay. So we're going back to my screens. Again, like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. And I will be monitoring comments during the whole thing. It's easy for me to monitor comments when you can't see me, because I can look down. And also when I'm playing some of the videos. So I've got some new stuff for you. Of course, as you all know, Stampin' Up! Came out with a couple of new catalogs. One of them is the Occasions Mini Catalog. The other one is the Sale-A-Bration Catalog. If you have not received these in the mail and you want them, let me know, and I will send them off to you. They went out to my customers. You should have gotten them actually before Christmas, and I did send out a whole bunch this past week. So these are the actual catalogs. The slides that I'm showing today are actually going to be posted after this event is over. I'm going to post them below this YouTube video on the screen, and you will be able to click through the slides and actually click the links that work. So if you're interested, each of these images are attached to links, so you can actually see the catalog. But I'm going to give you a couple of little tours of the catalog because there's a couple of things I want to talk about, and this way it's easier for me if I show this video to hopefully remember everything that I needed to tell you. So without further ado, let's get started. Hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the new Occasions mini catalog. Those of you who got them in the mail, this is what they look like when they came, and they had this jacket on the front of them just announcing Sale-A-Bration, which is January 6th through March 31st. And this is not the Sale-A-Bration catalog, this is the Occasions mini catalog. This was just an advertisement. So when you opened it up, it came to the cover of the Occasions mini catalog with this great flower bouquet, and you will see that it is available from January 6th until June 2nd. A lot of people were confused and thought this was only available till the end of March, but it's available till the end of June. As you can see, I've got it marked with some Post-it notes because there's a few things I wanted to show you. I just wanted to highlight for you. But I will say that there is a lot in this catalog to be excited about, and I'm looking forward to the next couple months of all kinds of new tutorials and products that I'm going to be showing you. So this is just the first couple pages, a little introduction from Shelly, the CEO of Stampin' Up. And then it goes right into some of our Valentine products that are going to be available. We have new washi tape, new punches, new papers. These papers are fabulous. In fact, I should show those to you. So this is the paper stack that is in that catalog, the actual paper stack. And as you can see, it opens like a book. And it has lots of different papers in here of all different colors. For Valentine's Day, one of the things I love about this is when you flip it to the other side of the paper, they're all black and white. And you could have a lot of fun coloring those and making them any colors that you want. But this is just a fun new paper pack that I'll be showing in some videos shortly, or samples on my blog. So those are the Valentines. Here's some more Valentines, and this is a home decor kit that is available called Hello Life. It's a great kit. I'm going to show it to you because I have it, but I did want to point out a couple things first. This stamp set right here is called Hello Life, and I wanted to show you that some of the stamp sets in this catalog are actually shown at 50% of their actual size. So this is the whole stamp set here. These stamps are shown at the actual size, and then these are shown at 50% of the size, and it really was so that they could save a room in the catalog to have more product. But this is the actual stamp set, and this is the size of the stamps, and so you can see that Do More of What Makes You Happy stamp is really big compared to what it is in here. So not everything is shown actual size in this new catalog. So that was one little thing I wanted to point out, and then I wanted to show you this actual product. It's really adorable. I put it together just for the fun of it. You can see my pom-poms got a little smushied, but how much fun. And then you put little photos in there, and you've got shaker cards, you've got some of the chalk paper, just lots of fun stuff going on here. But one of the things I loved about this kit, I love this kit as it is. It's going to make a great display board, but we got so much product in that kit that by purchasing some note cards and envelopes, these are just our regular note cards and envelopes, I was able to make all these cards using the products in that stamp set of things that were left over from that kit. And so you can see I got a whole lot of cards and envelopes to go along with the kit. So that's kind of fun. When you're thinking about those kits, add in a couple note cards and envelopes, and you always have extra supplies, and your stamp sets work great with them also. So that is Hello Life. That was one of my favorite kits that we had in the actual catalog. This is just a cute little set called Would You Be Mine? I actually won this at the catalog premiere, which was kind of fun. More birthday stuff, but I just want to flip through a few items because you are capable of looking through this catalog and finding what you like. These are washi sheets, and they are actually washi tape in big sheets, 6x12 sheets that you can put through punchings or you can put through your Big Shot. But what they did here is they took these balloon die cuts and then attach them onto a mason jar. So you can refurbish a lot of the stuff around your house. But how much fun is that? It's just washi tape in sheets so that you can put it to your big shot. That looked like a lot of fun. One of the things I found is there's lots of bundles in this catalog, so that's how we all love bundles. Lots of birthday stuff. This is a cute set. I just think it's hysterical. Can't wait to do that one with some googly eyes. And I don't know what it is about this set, but I think it's funny. So there's lots of birthday stuff. But one of the things that I really liked in this catalog was our new perpetual birthday calendar. Now it comes in this great box, which makes a fabulous gift item when you put the box together for a friend of yours. I'm gonna pull this open, and you end up with some clips and a sponge, but this is actually the perpetual calendar. So you get all these sheets and all the stuff to decorate all of your months. And then you get this great board. It's a chipboard with, as you can see, it's got some embossing on there. Well, these slide up inside there and then are held on with the clips. And then these are all things that came with the kit that are extras that I'll be using as part of my kit. But what a fun little craft project for yourself. But you could also make a few extras for your friends. And like I said, it comes in this great box, and you actually get the stuff to decorate the front of the box and everything. So that's the perpetual calendar kit. And one of the things that you will need if you do decide to do this is the perpetual birthday calendar stamp set. And again, this is one of those that has the actual size of the stamps, and then these are 50%. Comes with a lot of fun little stamps to add to birthday cards or other greeting cards throughout the year. This was probably my favorite suite. It was the painted petals stamp set and paper. Has an embossing folder to go with it. I just loved the look of this, and I actually love flowers, and that's probably why. The berry basket die is something that's new, and it does come with a little handle, but this is one that I made using some of the supplies from Sale-A-Bration. But you can see it just makes a really cute basket. Easy to do with that die. So I'm looking forward to making some stuff with that. This was my absolute favorite stamp set in the whole book, and sad to say I have not made a card with it at this point, but I will. So watch my blog for that. Sheltering tree. It's just beautiful, and I love this little bike that takes 2 steps, so you can do the frame in a different color as the bike. But I just love it. It's a great year-round set. This is some chalk paper and some chalk inks, which I haven't had a whole lot of time to play with at this point, but like I said, watch my blog. This set is awesome too. This is called Butterfly Basics, and it comes with some new butterfly thinlits that I actually am doing a video on how to use these great detailed thinlits and get all those little tiny pieces out in just an easy step. But this is just a fun springtime set. There is lots of springtime stuff. The flowers that are in the front of the catalog also have a big shot die, so you can make them in your own papers. New blendabilities. Got some fun spring colors and some fun stamps. One of the things I wanted to point out is that if there's a little video thing there, it just means that come January 6th, those videos go live, and you can actually click on that with your smartphone and watch the video using the blendabilities. Lots of spring and Easter. Lots of baby. Some masculine. I like this. They have a couple of masculine stamp sets that are great. And then these are actually a paper pack stack of actual pictures. So you actually get pictures of grass and trees and wood and all kinds of fun stuff. Work great for masculine cards, but they also work great with your photo albums and your project life. So, and there is new project life. It's coming, all new wedding stuff. So there's some fun things in there. Weddings and graduations. Project Life, we have a couple of new kits, card kit, or a kit collection and an accessory pack and a stamp set. And it's for traveling. So that's always fun to have more Project Life stuff. And then these are some of the items. These are the items that are carrying over from the holiday mini catalog. They are still going to be available. You can just go ahead and put in this number, and these are all some of the accessories. And then down here are the stamp sets and some of the bundles that are returning from the
occasions or the holiday mini catalog. A brand new hostess set, and again, this is one of those that's actual size is this size. These are shown at 50%. So that little worm right there, he's probably about that long. So the pretty good size on the hostess sets. And like I said, there's 2 new hostess sets. So there's just a quick overview of the Occasions mini catalog. Just remember that this is just an advertisement. This is the actual catalog. And it is available from January 6th to June 2nd. If you haven't already done so, you may want to sign.
Okay, so there was the quick version of the Occasions mini catalog. And a couple of things I wanted to clarify in there. I actually said that those little icons, the video icons, showed up with a smartphone. They do not this time around. So those little video icons just mean that if you go to Stampin' Up's YouTube channel, there are videos up there that they've put up there already. And you can watch them right there from YouTube. So that was the difference. Do you like my little Post-it notes? I've got lots. Trying to think, there's a couple other things. I wanted you to be aware of this stamp set. This is my New Year's resolution. Do more of what makes you happy, and I am going to do that, which means do more of stamping in my stamp room. But I wanted you to look and make sure that you realized how much bigger this stamp is compared to what's showed in the catalog. So a lot of the stamps in the Occasions mini catalog are shown 50%, and I want you to make sure that you are aware of that so that you realize that the stamps are bigger than what they're actually shown. And then with my New Year's resolution, this was my absolute favorite stamp set out of the catalog. And sad to say I haven't even opened it yet, but hopefully today my plan is, actually I think tomorrow, it's supposed to snow again tomorrow. For those of you who, well, the whole country sounds like it's having cold weather, but we've gotten a lot of snow over this Christmas holiday, and it's supposed to snow tomorrow, which is great because that just means I get to play in my stamp room. Not that I play in my stamp room when it's sunny too, so don't kid yourself. So those are the 2 of my favorite things. If anybody has any questions, now is a great time to ask because, especially when I'm talking, you don't want to listen to me. So anyway, I do have a couple things I wanted to talk about. Oh, it looks like somebody has a problem when it loads. I hope the whole world isn't having an issue loading. Well, the nice thing is that this is taped, so at the end of it, people can watch it afterwards. I'm really sorry about that, Stephanie. I hope we can get that figured out. Okay, so back to, we're going to talk a little bit about Sale-A-Bration. And Sale-A-Bration is a big sale that Stampin' Up! Has every year. And this year's is no exception. The Sale-A-Bration catalog is fabulous. I love it. I've got several things I want to show you today with that. But I just want you to be aware that for every $50 in purchases, you get to choose a free item out of the smaller Sale-A-Bration catalog. And if you host, you get a bonus free product if you qualify. And if you join Stampin' Up, not only do you get a fabulous deal on the kit, you get $125 of product of your choice for $99 and free shipping. Plus, you can pick either 2 Sale-A-Bration sets or any of the kits in the Occasions mini catalog. Okay, so, and I'm going to talk a little bit later about, oh, no, I'm not. Anyway, so there's that. You just want to be aware. So I'm going to give you a quick, oh boy, here we go. This is what happens. Slides get kind of messed up. Okay, so I'm going to just show you, give you a little quick overview of the Sale-A-Bration catalog.
Hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm here to talk to you about Stampin' Up! Sale-A-Bration. This is an annual sale that Stampin' Up! Has had for as long as I can remember. It's been around since I've been a demonstrator, so that's 19 years. It's a sale that runs January 6th through March 31st this year, and everything that's in this catalog is actually free. You get to choose one item with every $50 in a purchase. So let's get started and just look and see what's actually in here. There's some great new products, but some of the things I just wanted to talk about was the 3 parts of Sale-A-Bration. One, the shopping. At $50 worth of product of anything in Stampin' Up's catalogs, and you get to choose an item out of here. If you join Stampin' Up during this time, for just $99, you can get $125 worth of product of your own choosing, plus some extras. And the extras are, you get to choose either option 1, which is you can choose a kit. It's just a free project kit from any of our Occasions mini catalog project kits, and there were 5 of them, and they're great. That's a fun deal. Or you can choose any 2 items from this catalog, which is just a great way to get some free product. So those are the 2 options if you decide to join as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And then if you host us a workshop, you will get $25 to spend on any of Stampin' Up! Products with a qualifying party. And a qualifying party is $250. So a $250 workshop with you and your friends, and you will actually get $65 worth of free product. You get your regular $40 and then your bonus $25. So that is a fabulous deal. So if you're thinking about doing that, give me a call. I'm already booking out. I'm kind of booked in January, booking in February and March as we go, but I could still do online virtual parties as part of the celebration. And those are easier for me to book. So I could still do one in January for that. So if you're interested, let me know. So one of the stamp sets is Best Day Ever, and I do have some samples here using that stamp set. I just wanted to show some quick stuff, but I actually just copied the same right out of the book there. And then here's a couple of other note cards. These are just our Stampin' Up! Note cards and envelopes. They go through the mail just like any other letter. They don't cost anymore, but there's 4 little note cards. There's quick note cards I made with that. And then a regular size card that I made with that set. I will have images of these on my blog and on my Facebook page. So the last thing I did was the strawberry basket using the Sale-A-Bration stamp set, and I just think it turned out really cute. Lots of fun stuff here. There's some new pom-pom ribbons and new Sale-A-Bration ribbon. There's lots of fun new stuff. We have, again this year, we have our buttons and a ribbon and a designer series paper, which is great, and those are some great colors. I love the Coastal Cabana, Crushed Curry, and Calypso Coral. Okay, Lotus Blossom stamp set. This is probably going to be one of the most popular in the book, and it's a 3-step stamp set. It's photopolymer. And you can make some beautiful note cards. Now these note cards and envelopes, again, I really have gotten into the note cards and envelopes lately, but these are beautiful with that gold vellum. You can see it shining in the light there. And then every color looks fabulous. It's just a really fun stamp set to play with, and you can make a lot of fun projects with that. So there's that one. New Project Life cards, a mini pack of Project Life cards. A stamp set called You Brighten My Day, and of course these coordinate with some of our punches, which is kind of fun. And also these coordinate with some little clear acrylic bubbles that we have in the new Occasions mini catalog. Oh, this is a fun one, Big Day Birthday. I just made a card quickly out of that one here. This is using some of that Sale-A-Bration paper and some of the Sale-A-Bration ribbon. And then it's just Celebrate the Big Day, and you can see if I put that up there, I actually glittered cake and made it shiny and fun. So that's a fun stamp set. This is probably going to be the sleeper of the catalog, it's called Irresistibly Yours Specialty Paper. And it is, I'm going to look for mine here. Here we are. It is paper that has been, it's white paper with a glossy finish. So you can see it in there. So you get 12 by 12 sheets. It's got a gloss to it. And then what you're doing is either sponging color or spraying color or coloring on it with the markers. This is a spritzer that they use to put the color on. But this resists, the paper resists the ink. So it's kind of fun. That's going to be some fun videos coming up here shortly. Another one that's good is the Simply Wonderful stamp set, which coordinates with a couple of our punches, but is great for gift giving, and it covers everything. So that's a fun stamp set. The stamp sets come in wood and clear for the most part, except for the Lotus, which comes in photopolymer because you need to be able to line up those 3 images. Here's another one that's great with the blendability stamp set. It's called the Happy Things stamp set. And last but not least, Stampin' Up! Is also offering some of our blendabilities up. So if you choose not to have anything in this catalog, but you would like some of our blendabilities, you can get those free too with a $50 purchase. So it's kind of fun to have that option available to us. Again, we talked a little bit about joining Stampin' Up! You get the extra product. $99 gets you $125 with any product that you like. You can choose either a project kit as your freebie during this time also, or you can pick 2 items out of this catalog to come in your kit. And again, if you host us a party, now's the time to do it, because not only do you get free merchandise just for having a party, but if that party is over $250, you're going to get a $25 bonus. And who doesn't like more free product? So there you have it. That's Stampin' Up's little celebration catalog. I'm excited for this time of year and looking forward to helping you out. So keep an eye on tabs on my blog and my YouTube.
Okay, so that's Celebration. Just a quick overview. Somebody asked during that if I would show the Lotus Blossom, and that's actually the next tutorial that's coming up. So I've got several others too that haven't ever been posted anywhere. But I did want you to see the samples that I showed in there, up close and personal. Best day ever. This is the stamp set, and some of the paper, and just some really fun cards that I've made. And they'll be eventually up on my blog or Facebook. And then here's all those cards that I showed actually in that video of the best day ever with the note cards. Note cards have just right now become my absolute favorite thing. I don't know why. But I just love their size. You can get a lot out of your designer series paper with a note card because it goes a little bit farther. You can actually cut, I've figured out a little measurement so that if I cut them by 3 by 5 1/4, no, 3 by 5, I think. Anyway, I will figure it out. I can get 10 layers of designer series paper onto a note card. So, and this little strawberry basket, which I thought was goofy to begin with, too cute. And you can also cut, whoops, sorry. You can also cut a liner for that little strawberry basket using the same die. So that's kind of fun. Okay, so somebody asked if I would show the Lotus Blossom, and that's actually the next thing I've got coming up here. I do want to probably slow down a little bit and make sure that you're getting your questions in. But we will just keep plugging away, I guess, see how things go. But this is a fun set. This is my favorite celebration item that there is the Lotus Blossom, and it's beautiful. And in this video, I show you how to do it with 2 colors of ink and also how to do it towards the end with 1 color of ink. But it looks beautiful embossed too, one of the layers. So here we are.
Hi Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm going to show you how to do this card. It's a very simple layout, but I like it. But I really want to show you how to use this new stamp called Lotus Blossom. This is one of Stampin' Up's celebration items this year, and it's photopolymer, but it's a 3-step stamp set. And it's not hard to use, it just needs a little bit of practice, but I love the look of it and it's a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and come in with a piece of, this is actually very vanilla. And I'm going to put the measurements up on my blog for all of these because this is a pretty easy layout to do with any stamp set. And so these are the photopolymer stamps, and I already have them loaded up on my clear blocks. And to do the flower, it's 3 stamps, and they each have a little tab here. If you can see that little arrow. Now I put these so that the arrow actually goes to the corner of the wood block. That's just going to help me line up the 3 various images. And one of the things that Stampin' Up has done with the clear acetate, I don't know if you can see, oh yeah, I guess good, is they've labeled it 1, 2, and 3. And so you start with the image that has the least amount of image on there, and then you layer it with the second one, which is this one. And then the third one is the solid stamp, and that's the 3rd layer. So let me go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you using 2 different colors of ink for the flower. So I'm using Eggplant, Elegant Eggplant, and Perfect Plum. But you can also do this with just 1 color and just do a little more stamping off. So to begin with, we're going to come in with that first stamp and the darkest of our colors that we're using. And so you're going to see that yellow, or that little arrow is going to go up towards the corner of my cardstock. And I'm hoping you can see this. I probably should bring this in a little more. So you can see that one. And that's my darkest color. And then I'm going to come in with the Perfect Plum. And because it's a lighter color, I'm going to go ahead and ink up the second stamp. And again, that arrow is going to go towards the corner of my cardstock, which is going to help me line this up. And I might have to put my head in the way just for a second, because it's easier to be right over the top of it. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp that down. And that gives you the second layer of the stamp. And now for the third layer, you're going to come in and ink up your stamp. And I'm going to stamp it off on a piece of scratch paper. And then take that stamp with that arrow again facing towards the corner of my cardstock. And then, sorry if my head gets in the way, stamp that down. And that is how you get that image. So you can see where you get the 3 different colors with one or with 2 ink pads. Now to do it with just one ink pad, I'm going to go ahead and do it with the Elegant Eggplant, and I'll show you how you do that one on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and ink up that stamp, and this time I'm going to put the arrow facing up to the top of my cardstock. So that one is a full inking of Elegant Eggplant. I'm going to come in with my second inking. This time I'm going to stamp it off once, and then come back in and line that up. Again, using that arrow pointing up. There's the second inking, and then the third time I'm going to come in with that same color. This time I'm going to stamp it off twice, and then come in here and line that up and stamp it down. And there you go. You get the image with the 3 different colors on your cardstock. Okay, so once you've done that, then I'm going to come in with, I'm just going to flip it overhead. I'm going to keep using this piece. And then I'm going to ink up my stem and stamp that down. And then I'm going to come in with the saying. And the saying is, the kindness you show has no end. And I did that in the Elegant Eggplant. Here, I think I'm stamping off the paper here. I'll bring that back in. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring in my other pieces of cardstock. And so what I have here is 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. And that's that. And then this is a piece of designer series paper, and it's 2 by 5 1/4. And that way you get 12 sheets out of a pack of 12 by 12 paper. Flip this over. And then this one, and I could have used either side of that, I just chose to use this side, is actually layered onto a piece of crushed curry. And like I said, I'll put the measurements up on my blog. And this one's going to get added to the middle of my card. Like that. And then I'm going to come in with a piece of this. This is ribbon from our Sale-A-Bration ribbon this year. And I'm just going to cut just some of that. I don't know if I like the shadows in my video today. Hoping I can clean that up a little bit. Just going to tie that in a knot, and that's going to get added right onto there and then trimmed off a little bit. So there, a very quick card, but easy to make, and you could make lots of them in a very fast amount of time. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to learn more about stamping and different techniques and tips, sign up for my newsletter at
Okay, so that is the Lotus Blossom stamp, and it really is, truly is my favorite in the whole in the Sale-A-Bration set. This is a fun stamp. Now Sharon asked, Sharon, I'm hoping that video helped you line those up. What I found is if you use the darkest, whatever's going to be your darkest ink, on the, put it up here, on this image here, because this is the dark, this would be the darkest of all of your inks. That's the one I do first. And then when I line it up, see how the top up here has the most image, where it's the darkest, that's the most image. So then I take this one, which was my second stamp, and I line up that section there. Does that make sense? That section right there where it comes down to that point is what I'm lining up right here to do the second stamping. And then the third stamping, which is your lightest ink of all of them, you can just see the exact, you know, the flow of this, how it's the same here as it is in this one. So you always want to start with this one first, and always make it your darkest color, and then bring in your 3. Now I have seen demonstrators, if they're using a color that's, let's say they're doing it in 2 or 3 different colors, and they're starting with this one, as long as this isn't a really light inking, or you'll be able to see through to line them up. So really it's practice, and once you've practiced a few times, I think it'll get easier and easier and easier to work with. So that is the Lotus Blossom stamp. So the other thing I like about these live events is that people can ask questions while I'm doing it, and then I can run to my stash and find what I need to know. But Megan asked about our classic ink pads, if the felt, the firm foam pads were the same size as the old felt pads. And yes, they are the same size. As long as you have the pads that, you know, you pop open with those 3 little dots, you punch, and it flips open. They're the exact same size, Megan. That hasn't changed. So as long as you have the pads that flip open, oh, I have to show you up here. Sorry, the pad that flips open like that, exactly the same. So I'm sorry that you spent so much time Googling that to find that answer. But never hesitate to contact me. If you have a question, it's easy for me to ask that. And you know, and the other thing I found is that those people that have questions about products, you're not the only one. There are others out there that have that question too. So the thickness of the pad when closed, that's what you asked, and it's the same. I did bring over a measure, and it looks like it's just a scant below 3/4 of an inch at this. And I would assume that this would be the thickest side where that little notch is. Okay, does that make sense? I hope that helps. And if it doesn't and you need more clarification, Megan, you can go ahead and ask some more questions or ask again down there, and I will get back to you. Okay, so let's, how's everybody holding up? This might run a little bit longer because I have several more videos that I want to show, but I actually added an extra one in this morning of something that I videotaped yesterday, and I want you guys to see it. And so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to pull back my slides up here, and we will continue on. See where I am. Oh, I know. I think this one just shows the actual card. Okay, so, oh, I didn't need to show this. So this is the actual, good gosh. See, if I run over my slides, it changes them. So this is the Lotus stamp, and as you can see, I just did this card here. This card here is the card that I made in the video, which is a regular size card, and then these over here are the note cards. And I actually, if you look at this pretty closely, I pretty much copied the one that's in the book. But you can see the different colors. It's beautiful. Oh, I guess you can't see the different colors because I'm going to quickly. You can get a little preview of what's coming. So you can see all the various colors that I used in that with that stamp set. And it's a lot of fun. And like I said, once you get a hang of it, you're going to love it. Bonnie, I'm glad you made it. I'm sorry that you thought it was at noon. The time change thing is hard for people. But you know, the nice thing is that I always videotape. So if you missed it or if you missed part of it, you can come back and watch it. Okay, so this little card is fun, and I'm going to pop this video in. I still have a couple more too, I think. Crazy.
Hi Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm going to show you how I made this card here. This is using one of Stampin' Up's note cards and envelopes, and it's just a great little size for any occasion. And these actually go right to the mail, just with regular postage. What I'm using today is the Crazy About You stamp set and the matching framelits that go with it. So I'm going to show you a couple of different tips throughout this video, so bear with me. Let's get started. So to begin with, I took one of our Sale-A-Bration sheets that are 12 by 12, and this is just one of the prints that comes in the pack. And I'm going to show you just a quick way to show you how you can get the most out of one sheet of paper. So to begin with, I measured this at 3 inches and trimmed it off. And then I'm going to come here at 4.5. Oops, that's the score. And cut. I don't know why my cutter does that once in a while, but... And then another one at 4.5. And so you get 2 out of that little strip. And then you're going to come in with this other piece that you have. And if you cut it this way at 4.5, that will cut it into 2 strips and then bring it together, and you can cut it into 3 strips by just measuring and cutting through. And so that gives you 10 layers of cards for that one card. I hope that makes sense. I didn't whiz through that too quickly. So what you do is, so then you come out and you've got a sheet like this, and then I took another piece of Coastal Cabana cardstock, and I just attached this one onto there. So the actual measurement that I have here is 3 by 4.5, and I'm going to lay this on to this Coastal Cabana piece, which is 3 1/4. By 4 3/4, which is going to mount nicely onto my note card and still leave a little edge right around the edge there, because the note cards. So there you have that. Then I took a piece of another 1-inch strip of that Sale-A-Bration paper, and this is just 1 by, I don't know, 4.5, I think. And I'm going to use my hexagon punch and come in here, and that's how I'm going to line that up to punch my banner. And I'm going to lay this right across the front of my card like that. So there's the base of my card, and now we're going to do the decorating part. I'm going to use the framelits called Hello You, and you get these great framelits. As you can see, I put a magnet on the back of my packaging here just to hold my framelits on so they're not flopping around in the envelope. But you get happy, thanks, and hello, and you, and it coordinates really nicely with the words in Crazy About You. So that's one of the things I like about this. Comes as a bundle too, which is how I always love my bundles. So I'm going to go ahead and use the thanks, and I want to show you just a quick way to get these framelits right out of your or cut them out. So let me grab my Big Shot and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my Big Shot, and I've got my platform, and I've got my first plastic plate, and then I'm going to take, this is a dryer sheet, and it's just a regular dryer sheet that has not been used, so it still smells good. I'm going to lay my piece of cardstock down, and then I'm going to lay my thanks down, and then I'm going to take that other plastic plate and lay it on the top. And you can use any kinds of dryer sheets. I would recommend to people to just get the cheapest you can find. And go to your local dollar store and pick up some cheap framelits. Pick up some cheap dryer sheets. Once you've done that, you're just going to pull this out, and you can see that framelit pops off right away, which is great. I know in the past when we used framelits, sometimes they got stuck, but they stick directly to that dryer sheet, and then you pull this off, and you can see you do have to be just slightly careful. And then this will just pull right out. And all the inside pieces pop right out too. So that's just another great way to use your framelits and use that dryer sheet, and it works fabulously with our new butterflies and any of our doilies. So what I did then is I'm going to take this thanks, and I'm just adding a little snail onto it, and you'll see that I'm adding it directly onto the back of this. This is a great mat that I purchased over Christmas. It's just a craft mat, and the glue doesn't stick to it, so it's just kind of, you just have to brush it away and it's gone. So I take my card, add my thanks, It's coming together very nicely. And then I'm going to take a little 1/2-inch piece, and let me grab a stamp out of this set. One of the things about our photopolymer stamps is that they're bendable. So if you have a hard time getting it on there straight, lay it onto your whatever surface you're working on, and then lay it upside, so that, and then stick it on there so that it's, that it's straight. And then I'll have to grab my ink. I'm going to come in with a little Calypso coral because that coordinates with the paper, and ink this up. And the nice thing about photopolymer is you can see exactly where you're going to stamp. You see right through there. Stamp that down. Come back in with my punch and make this into a little banner. Makes it fairly easy, like that. And go ahead and put this away. Now for this banner, what I do is I'm going to take it and I'm just going to use my fingers and I'm going to pull it on this side to give it a curl. Pull on that side and give it a curl. And you can see how it just bends it. And then I'm going to come in with a dimensional. And the dimensional is going to go where the bump is going up. And then I put that dimensional in there. And that's going to keep that banner so that it continues the wave with that dimensional in there. Not too much that it doesn't flatten out in when you're mailing it. So there's that. And then I'm going to show you how I did the flowers. And I brought in one of the little flowers from the flower punch pack. And I'm going to punch out 3 flowers with Calypso coral. And here's one of the little tricks that I use. So if using the paper piercing mat in your flowers, if you take the bigger end of your scoring tool and just go in a circle, you'll see how it just gives those flowers just enough, little bit of curl, just enough dimension. I don't know if you can see that in there. It kind of pops up their leaves and gives them a little bit of dimension. And then I'm going to use glue dots and stick these on a glue dot. Like that. And then come in and add them to my project. Oops. Didn't quite get, there we go. Didn't quite get the glue dot on that one. And there's your flowers. And then I'm going to come in with some pearls. And just a couple little pearls. Here, I got a sheet right here. And just add a little pearl. If you have trouble getting your pearls up, go ahead and use a scissor. And you can just pick them up off there with a scissor. And add them to your card. And there you have it, a really quick thank you card. This is the card that I'm sending out this month for one of my thank yous. So maybe if you place an order, you'll get this one in the mail. There'll be several different kinds. So thank you, have a great day. And if you haven't already done so, you may want to sign up for my...
Okay, so there is the second, or there's another tutorial on that stamp. I'm gonna pull up a slide. I think the next slide, there we go. Oh, boo. So there is the, good gosh. Okay, so this is the actual cards that I made in the video. I like to put pictures up because then you guys can really see them. And these are the supplies that I used. You can see those bundles, that Crazy About You bundle with the Hello You Thinlits. You get 15%, you save 15%. And if you buy it in wood and clear, you've already hit your celebration, and then you can get that free designer series paper that I used. If you get the photopolymer, I would recommend one of the other things down below there that you might need, the itty bitty punch accents or the note cards and envelopes to add to your order, and then you will get enough to get the free celebration paper. I had a couple comments during that tutorial. One of them was, the new dryer sheet, does it leave a residue? Yeah, it does. And it's not terrible because the adhesive still goes on there. But I would recommend to people, if you're going to do this, it might be a good idea, especially if you're sending your cards off to somebody else, that you get the non-scented kind. That's the residue, though, that helps it. And in the next video that I'm going to show, you're going to just like die when you see how fabulous it is. It didn't show it as great with the words, but as it does with the butterflies, and that's what you're going to like. I do have to give a shout out to Stephanie Keats. Noticed that up on my wall was hanging this framed piece. It's just a framed piece of designer series paper. If you look in the Occasions mini catalog, it's actually one of their display items. Theirs is a white frame, mine happens to be a dark frame, but turned out really cute. I'm gonna add some butterflies to the front of it and some other things in a ribbon, but I needed a little sunshine and flowers this week. And so I actually just did that, and it's cute. I love this paper, and it turned out cute. So it was hanging up on the wall right over there. I'm gonna hang it back up when you guys are watching the next video. But she's very observant. She must be scanning the back of my room to see what else is out there, which is great. I'm glad that I can show you my room. So another thing is, so we did the dryer sheet residue. Wait till you see the next one though. It'll make the residue that's on the back of it worth it. And oh, Julie loved the tip on the bending of the banners. Easy, easy, easy. Okay, so one of the things I purchased over the Christmas holiday was this new cart. I had listened to another scrapbooker. Oh, I just made it so you can't see it. I had listened to another scrapbooker do a presentation on organizing for the new year. So whoever's cleaning out their stash, this is a great little tip. And she mentioned put everything that you have on wheels because you are constantly going to be changing it up. You're constantly going to be moving it. Now I don't because I'm pretty set in my room here. But this little cart I found at Walmart for $12. What I did with it is I put in all my clear blocks, my adhesives, my embellishments as far as the rines. So those things that I use a lot of, my scissors, all of my little various tools, that's at the top. Those are the things I use a lot. Second shelf happens to hold my paper piercing mat, some more of my clear blocks, Stampin' Scrub, and the Stampin' Mist, and then some extra adhesive that I had. Third shelf holds all of my blendabilities so that they're close to me. And then the bottom shelf holds my box maker, my envelope maker, and my markers, the big box of markers from Stampin' Up. But what I like about this cart is that when I'm working at the table, either side, wherever I'm going to be working, I can just pull it up next to me. Where before, all of these items happened to be stored somewhere in this room. And so I was spending a lot of time getting up and getting stuff, and it would make my whole table a disaster, which it does anyway, but now that I have this here sitting next to me, I can pull out what I need, use it, put it back. And I found myself using it. And so I really like it. And I told those people I would never recommend something until I made sure that I liked it and it was useful for me. And I think this would be useful for a lot of people. A friend of mine said, you know, they're great, so things are going to fall through. But she said, take some of your designer series paper chipboard or, yeah, the backing on the paper and just cut it and lay it under there, and then things won't fall through. I have not had that issue yet because I did put shoebox. Those plastic shoe boxes are in there, so they're holding stuff together. So there's my organizational tip for this week, and I hope that helps. Angelique wants my craft space net. Wow, I know this has been going on for 19 years, and I will tell you that. Here goes another story. This was my husband's garage. That's how much this man loves me. So he, one Christmas, redesigned his garage to be my craft space because the kids were little and I had stuff, you know how it is. I just had stuff like stashed everywhere. This way I could do my work. My kids were here and everybody was around. And it's worked out fabulously. So it's a nice place to have classes. It's a nice place to store all my stuff and know where it is. So yeah, I'm very lucky that way. So cool. Okay. So Stephanie, you like wait till you see the next dryer sheet. It's awesome. Okay, like I said, my Google Slides will be available down below this video after the fact, so you can click links and watch stuff over without having to watch the whole thing over. Some of my videos will be posting up on YouTube. Some of them are up there. Some of them will be posting up in the next week or so. So hang on to that. Okay, so this is the video that I just plugged in today. This is my favorite, and you guys. Oh, I know what I have to do. Sorry. Oh no, I'll show it afterwards. Okay, here we go. You have to hit play.
Happy Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm going to show you how I did this card. I actually was inspired while I was standing in line at the post office today, and they had a frame on the wall of a 64-cent stamp of a butterfly that looked like this. And so I was standing there and I said to my sister, I'm going to run home and make a card. And I did. And so now I'm going to show you how I did it, because there's a couple of different techniques I want to show you in this particular card. So what I used to make that card was the butterfly finlets, which are fabulous. They're very detailed, and I'm going to show you a very quick way to cut these out and also to get those the insides of the framelets poked out. And so we're going to use this butterfly today. And we're also going to use the Butterfly Basic stamp set, which is a huge, lots of different stamps in this set. And this one here has a framelit that coordinates. And of course, this comes as a bundle from Stampin' Up! If you're interested. But this is a great set, lots of different stamps in it. So to begin with, I'm going to bring in my Big Shot, and I'm going to cut out the butterfly. I think I can probably back that up a little bit so you can actually see what I'm doing. So here is the Big Shot with my regular platform, a cutting plate, and this time I'm going to use a couple of dryer sheets. Interestingly enough, these are dryer sheets that have not been used, so they have a nice smell to them. I'm just going to lay those on there. And these dryer sheets, as I do this, they can be used over and over and over. Once I've done that, then I'm going to lay down my cardstock. And then I'm going to lay down my butterfly on top of that. And I am going to find my other cutting plate. Put the cutting plate on top, and I'll run this through the Big Shot. There we go. And when I take this off the plate, you will see that that framelit just pops right off of there. That butterfly framelit pops right off, and then when I pull this off, the butterfly sticks to the dryer sheet, and then I can just come in here and go ahead and pull the butterfly off the dryer sheet, and all those little pieces of scrap just stay in there. And you can go ahead, these will pop up if you wanted them to, or you can put them in the garbage. But what I've done is that I move the framelit down, I flip it over, I use all different sides. I use 2 for mine because it seems to work. Everybody seems to have a different idea of what works for them. But honestly, buy the cheap dryer sheets. So then what I did is I took a glue pen.
Okay, now isn't that awesome? I love that it all sticks to that, and the reason that it does is because that dryer sheet has some stickiness to it, and so everything sticks to it. But you can use those dryer sheets over and over, flip them around, use them all, I mean, use it a lot, and then you won't have all those little pieces of paper, and you won't be doing all that little poking out of all those little framelets. So that will work with any of your framelets that you already own. There is the doily framelit that Stampin' Up! Has that I refused to buy because I was not going to poke out all those little pieces. But with this technique, it's fabulous. Somebody asked if you can use used dryer sheets. I don't know. I think you can. They won't stick to it though. So I don't know. Give it a shot. I haven't tried it. But anyway, back to the video. And because this is so fragile, I could have used, I better zoom in. I want you guys to see this. So I'm just going to take that glue pen and get her started and add some glue to my butterfly. And then attach that to the white piece of cardstock, like exactly where I want my butterfly to be. And you want to make sure for this technique that that butterfly gets stuck down and that your glue is dry, so that when I go in with my blendabilities, I don't get glue on the tips of them. So I'm just going to let this sit for a minute and dry, and I will be right back. Okay, so while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and bring in some of the stamps from that stamp set that I used. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I stamped the background. And it's very simple. I used Smoky Slate as my ink color. And I just came in with
the inked up stamp, but what I did is I inked it up and then I stamped it off once because I didn't want that smoky slate to be too overpowering. And then I just stamped a couple of ferns around on my cardstock. And then I came in with the flower image. And again, I stamped it off and then came in with that image. And you can see how I'm kind of pulling those all towards the middle because that's where I'm actually going to put the butterfly. So this part isn't going to show. I really want the outside edges to pick up those images. There we go. Very simple, very basic. And then what I will do is my butterfly is going to go into the middle of that so you can see how it's all going to work out. And I will bring in a little snail and then add that to the front of my card. And then I know where my butterfly is going to be. And then I'm going to come in with a little Memento black or any black ink. Ink that up. Stamp my greeting down there. And there's the base of my card ready to go. And now I'm ready to bring in the butterfly and do these blendabilities. So let me move this stuff out of my way. Bring back my blendabilities. So how I did this was I just started with one section of the butterfly at a time. And I'm going to fill this all in. I'm using the medium Daffodil Delight. Oops. Got those all filled in. Then I'm going to come in with the next darker and just add in some color. Kind of let the blendabilities do the job on their own. And then pumpkin pie. And this is not on all of it. See, I'm just putting a little bit of orange in there. And the next color. And again, just a tiny bit. Kind of does its own blending once you start layering all those inks in there. And then last but not least, just a little bit darker. And I'm actually not even going to use that in all of the colors or all of the image. And then I'm going to come back in with my medium and just blend that where the orange meets the yellow. And just put a little blending in there. Just to get rid of my line. Now I did overcolor here, so I'm going to go ahead and color those in, even though on my regular card they're white. So that's all I did, and I did it all the way around. Okay, so that's all I did was color that in each section just like that, and then I attached it onto the base of my card, right into the middle, and that's pretty simple, pretty basic. I do love those blendabilities, and I love these new framelits, and using that dryer sheet makes it work fabulously. So if you haven't already done so, you may want to sign up for my newsletter.
Okay, so there is, that's the newest tutorial. I just actually filmed it last night, yesterday afternoon, actually, when I got home from the post office. But don't you love that dryer sheet technique? Too awesome. So these are the two cards. You can see this was the first one I did. This was the one I did in the video where I kind of overcorrected, or I put the yellow into there, and it's just loved it. So easy, easy, easy. This is a great, great stamp set. And like I said, I got inspired at the post office. But I can't wait to do the bigger butterfly in lots of different colors. So I'm going to answer a couple more questions, and while I'm doing that, I do have a question for you. I'm going to mail one of these cards out, depending on which one you like best, to somebody that's online live today. So hang close here for to answer one of my questions to get one of those live. But how long does that snail last you, just to compare it to double-sided Scotch tape? You know, I only use snail adhesive for everything. Snail probably lasts about as long. It just depends on how much you get. But if you're using double-sided Scotch tape and it's working for you, use it. If you're using snail and it's working for you, use it. I really find people need to find what works for them. So the snail lasts as long as I'm, you know, probably making cards. I couldn't even begin to tell you. So, Angelique has the Spectre Noir pen. Should I get the Blendabilities pens as well? I don't own any other alcohol markers but the Blendabilities. I was going to stay away from them. I find the Blendabilities are easy to use. The colors coordinate. There's no, I mean, there's no having to take a class to learn how to pick your colors or whatnot. So, you know, Blendabilities are awesome, and they coordinate with all of our cardstock. That's why, another reason I love them. Okay, so the stamp set, I got to cover up something on here because that's going to be the question. The stamp set, Butterfly Basics. It's a big stamp set. This is, I actually got mine in wood. It comes in photopolymer clear or wood, and you'll find that in the Occasions mini catalog this time. Stampin' Up! Did do some of our sets in all 3 different kinds that we offer. So these are the stamps that I got. I got these in wood because there was nothing that really had to be lined up. Okay, so if it's something that has to be lined up, then I get them in photopolymer. If it's a 2-step set, but I really steer clear of the clear because I really prefer wood, but I love the photopolymer for lining up things. There's my answer to that. Okay, so my question is, how many stamps are in this set? Butterfly Basics, and the first person to post up the correct answer will get one of those cards in the mail to them. Oh gosh, I got a whole bunch of people on here that answered questions. Okay, so well, thank you, Stephanie. Bonnie, I'm going to talk to you about that. I need to find out when you ordered those, because if you had a Blendability that ran out so quickly, number one, you got to make sure you leave those caps on tight because they're alcohol, so they're going to evaporate. But we will see about getting it replaced. And at this point, you cannot buy them individually. But I will contact you, and we will see what we can do. Get that replaced for you. Okay, so I'm going to watch there for a minute. Looking for the correct answer. Oh gosh, I still have another one. I'm sorry, I have a lot going on. But I wanted to put this video in because I love that technique. Okay, so my January tutorial, my tutorial for January is, oh, I better make sure that you're not looking at me. Oh, you are. Sorry, I thought I screen shared. Let's screen share so you don't have to look at me. And then get on the right slide. The January tutorial is a one-sheet wonder tutorial. And so what I do during the month, each month has its own tutorial. If you place a $40 order with me, you will get the tutorial for free. It comes in a link into an email that thank you. If you are part of my virtual club, you get it automatically when you place your $25 monthly order. So I'm going to talk a little bit about virtual club because I had people say that they didn't know what it was and wanted to know more about it. And so let's see. Let me get there. So virtual club this is some of the things you need to ask yourself because you might be interested in it. Do you love to stamp and learn new techniques? Are you too busy to attend a regular stamp club or a class? Do you not live close enough to clubs or classes? Do you like to stamp in the comfort of your home? Do you love Stampin' Up! Products and want more of them? Do you have a Stampin' Up! Budget and it's never big enough? If you've answered yes to any of these, this virtual club might just be your ticket. So what you get if you join my club is an actual online workshop. Hello, this is it. Every month I post, oh good gosh. Every month I post, sorry. If I barely tip my slides, they go forward. Every month I host an online workshop and you can ask questions while I demonstrate new products and techniques. That's what you're attending today. You get the step-by-step tutorial that comes in your inbox with instructions, pictures, and measurements. You get a gift for yourself during your birthday month. After a 6-month commitment to my club, you get $25 in free product, and that's free product of your choice and can include hostess sets if you're interested. And you get all of your Stampin' Up! Catalogs delivered to your inbox. And what does it cost? To join the virtual club, you agree to purchase $25 of product before shipping and tax in my online store each month for 6 months. Then after you make your purchase, you receive your monthly bonuses. Now, it's only available to those people who order in the United States or its territories. I can't ship out of the country, and I can't ship out of the country. So it's got to be right here in the good old US of A. Anyway, if you're interested in learning more about the virtual club, let me know. And I have information too on my website at www.DDStamps.com. There's a little link above the bar that tells you about the virtual club. Now, this last little thing I'm going to do, I popped this one in here because I made some project or a little gift bag yesterday. Or no, I didn't. I did a couple days ago. So anyway, this is the little gift bag I made using the Thinlit die, which aren't those stars cute? Sparkly. But if you look closely, I used the paper. So what I used to make the little bag was Stampin' Up! Put this little advertisement flyer on the front of your Occasions mini catalog. Well, I pulled that off of one of mine, and this is what I use. It's kind of a different weight paper. It's a little waxy, so it's like a little bit better for a bag, although the bags work great. But anyway, that's what I used to make my bag. So take that paper off there and use it in your projects. Make some cards out of it. Do a lot of fun stuff with it. We did have a winner on the stamp. How many stamps were in there? And I believe it was Julie. Julie Grassel won. So Julie, you'll have to let me know. Would you rather have the one with the yellow outline or the white outline? They're exactly the same. I'll pop this in the mail to you as soon as you send me a message with your address. So that will go out in the mail. So, well, thanks to everybody else for guessing. Somebody asked about a special. Is there a special on the Stampin' Up! Stamp set? Yeah, crafting budget is on overload this month. You know, the special right now is that it's a bundle. So if you purchase the Butterfly Basics bundle with the framelits and the stamp set, you save 15% off, and you get a celebration item. So your bundles, it's probably on overload this month, but it's still going to be available next month or in March. The Butterfly Basics will be available till the end of May, a couple days into June. So you can always purchase it later. I understand everybody's on a budget. So let's pop up that last one. We've got this video, and then maybe I got a couple of things that I need to remember to make sure I went over. And then we are good to go. So let's get the slide started.
Delightful. That's what I'm saying about this cookie, pumpkin chocolate chip, which is one of my favorites, and this treat pouch that was made using the mini treat bag Thinlits die. This die is amazing. Look at everything that comes in this die. You get these two pieces right here that actually make the bag, but then there's all these other pieces that you can use to make the bag even more fabulous. To assemble it, you just need to cut two pieces like this, and then you'll adhere them together on this little flap right here. It'll look like this once you've done that. Now, what's amazing about this die is that it not only cuts the shape, but it also does the score lines. So when you're ready, all you need to do is fold on the score lines, a little bit of adhesive here, fold the flap up there with some adhesive, and you have a treat bag that is ready for a cookie. Now, using the other pieces that are included in this set, you can create a custom treat bag that is as sweet to look at as the treats that you're putting inside of it. On this treat bag, we cut the heart out of the middle, so you get a little peek of what the treats are inside. And then we used this piece to create the tag. And something that's very clever on this is this little heart right here. You can see it just a little bit better like that. How we created that is we used this piece as a mold and then poured crystal effects inside of it. And that's what made the little embellishment right there. Now you can also cut the bag down so that it's a different size. And that's what we've done here. And then for embellishments, we've used this to create the window and this sweet little bow, and then cut out the For You. Now, note cards will also fit inside of the treat pouch, and that's what's in this one right here. This die is just so versatile. You can use it not only for tags, like this little heart that we have on here, but you can also use the pieces to create fun cards like this. Now you can see why I'm calling this mini treat bag thinlet die delightful. It's just so versatile, and it's something that you will want to have in your crafting supplies. So contact your demonstrator today to purchase one or visit our online store.
Oops, sorry, I forgot to get back there. Okay, so there is that mini thinlets die. And I actually made some, and I showed it to you earlier, but this is actually the little bag, so you can see it up close and personal. And what I'm going to do is anybody that places an order in the next 24 hours in my online store, you're going to get this little bag filled with sample or supplies from the Sale-A-Bration catalog. So you'll get some buttons, some ribbons, some papers. It's just a bunch of little accessories to kind of play with. It'll all be tucked inside your bag and in the mail to you. So that'll be on top of the tutorial that I'll send you if your order's over 40, and then the Sale-A-Bration set that you can get if you purchase $50 or more. But this has to occur into my online store. And I have a link to at the bottom of this video, there's a little shop online. You can plug onto that just to get right to my online store and place your order. If your order's over $150, I am going to recommend that if you do a $150 order, you get 3 Sale-A-Bration sets, $25 in free product, my tutorial, this little bag in the mail. So it's a good time to be your own hostess and have a party. Cindy put up there, she's sorry for the reason for me having to do this on a Saturday. And I'm sorry too, but you know, Cindy, I like doing them on a Saturday morning. This worked for me. You would not believe how productive I was this morning as far as getting myself, you know, everything was ready as far as this goes, the online goes, but I got a lot of things done around the house before I got started here. And so, yeah, I'm going to start doing an online Saturday one time a month. I'm not going to tell you the date right now because I have to look at my calendar for February, but I'm just going to schedule it in once a month, and it'll be an automatic thing, and we'll do it. So that's awesome. Those people that work during the week or at night can't make it, maybe Saturdays will be good for you. So that's a good thing. So thanks for asking that, Cindy, because I wanted to make sure that people were aware. Okay, so we're down to the door prize drawing. But while you guys are doing that, the door prize drawing link it's either, if you're on YouTube, it's in the description. There's a little link to click to hit the door prize. Or if you're on Facebook, there should be a link below, or on the website. There should be a link that says door prize drawing. It's orange. If you go ahead and click that, fill out that door prize drawing. How this works is I have got a door prize ready to go for people that are here live. And I've already picked a number on my spreadsheet. So what I do is I just send everybody to a spreadsheet, and whoever happens to land on the number that I picked randomly before we even got started, that is the person that wins the door prize. And so while you guys are doing that, it takes a few minutes for people to click on it and fill it out. I want you to fill out all the information. More information you give me, the better. If you haven't got a spring catalog or a Sale-A-Bration catalog and you want one, send me your address. Send me a message with your address in it, and I will put them in the mail. If you, I wanted to let everybody know too, my Pay It Forward campaign from last month. Holy mackerel. We ended up helping 6 different families with their Christmas, making their Christmas just a little bit brighter. So I thank you, and they thank you. I don't know who they are, so, but that was awesome. And the last thing I wanted to let you know is Molly, the hostess code is for virtual club. Whatever the virtual club hostess code was, I will look it up before I get off here. If you're in the virtual club and you're placing your order, there is a hostess code. If you forget to do it, it's not that big a deal. Just let me know and I can get it added. Last thing I want to let you know is I am coming up unbelievably to 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. It's going to happen today or tomorrow, which I'm very excited about, but I'm going to have a little YouTube celebration party. And so if you're not a subscriber at this point, subscribe, because it's going to be fun. I'm going to do we're just going to do some short videos, give some giveaways over next week. 10,000 subscribers, my son says, is huge, and that's exciting. He's pretty impressed. So anytime you can impress your 21-year-old son, that's awesome. So yes, Angelique, I am going to do one Saturday a month, so I'm excited about that. Okay, well, I'm going to go pop over. So hopefully everybody is getting their, oh yeah, everybody is getting their door prize sheets done. I want to just give it a few more, not too much longer, but just a few more minutes. Still have people coming in, so I'm just going to hang for a minute. And while I'm hanging out here, I'm going to look at, yeah, cool. Make sure there's no more questions because we're getting ready to be done. So what was your favorite project? Okay, we have a big door prize today. I had to get up and go get it because I forgot to bring it over. So thanks for bearing with me. The door prize winner for today is Linda Agnes. You happen to be on my, there you go, Linda Agnes, and your door prize today. I think you're going to be pretty happy. Oh, let me pull her up here. It's a big one. She is going to get the Good Greeting stamp set in wood. It's a 19-piece stamp set. So you can see it's got lots of different verses in there. So Linda, I'm going to send this to you in the mail as soon as you send me a message with your email, with your address in it, so I can get this out into the mail to you. So congratulations to you. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Don't forget that you'll get this little treat bag filled with lots of fun stuff if you order within the next 24 hours. Sorry I ran a little late. I usually try to keep these into an hour, this one an hour and a half. Lots of information I wanted to get out there. So thank you all. Thanks for your condolences and your thoughts and prayers about my little pup, Abby. She was awesome. She will never be forgotten. And if I forgot anything, sorry. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.